Hi, welcome to Kpop Chronicles. I am your host, FJP, and with me, as always, are the lovely Suli Pop.
Yo.
And the adorable Mochidori.
Hi, hello, annyeong.
And it is February 1st, 2020, and today's podcast is going to be a little bit different. Our topic is, well, let me start with this. Most of our listeners got into K-pop because of BTS. If you've listened to our podcast, we don't talk a lot about BTS. We usually talk about three other groups more because those are the groups that we stan. I've been into K-pop for a while, so Pop's been into K-pop for a while, and Mochidori's been into K-pop for about 2 or 3 years now. So we kind of don't listen to BTS as often as we listen to these other groups. So my bias group is Big Bang, Suli Pop's bias group is SHINee, and Mochidori's bias group is GOT7. So those are the groups that we listen to and talk about the most. But for this podcast, because we know that most of our listeners came to us through BTS or listen to BTS, or that's the group that they stan, we wanted to give you options outside of BTS, especially since the inevitable military enlistment is coming up soon. So you're going to want to find some groups to listen to while you're waiting for BTS to come out of the military. So we have 9 groups that we've put together that we're really excited to talk to you about on this episode. So without further ado, here we go. So the first group that we want to talk about is a group called Pentagon. Pentagon is a 9-member group. Well, are they still a 9-member group? Yeah, they're a 9-member group from Cube Entertainment. They consist of Hui, Jinho, Honsuk, Shinwon, Yanan, Yoon, Yuto, Kino, and Woosuk. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think Yanan is even in the group anymore. He doesn't even promote anymore. And they actually had another member named Edan who left the group because of a very big scandal, because he was actually dating a fellow Cube peer from a different group called For a Minute. Her name is Hyuna. So he actually left the group. But that is who the group consists of. They debuted, I want to say they debuted in 2016. I don't have their debut date here. They could have debuted in 2015. But they're a really, really cool group. If you like, I want to say they're right now, their music is really poppy. Okay, they did debut in 2016. The music is really poppy. It's very bubblegummy, which is really different from what they debuted with. My favorite Pentagon song is actually called Like This, and it's not what the music that they put out now. So their current songs that they've put out are Shine, Humph, Naughty Boy, and that music is very I don't want to say it's like juvenile, because it's not. It's good, but it's
definitely more of a poppy compared to their previous stuff, because they were like more of a, they had like a darker tone. Yeah, you could say
it was still poppy, but it was not as bubblegummy.
Yeah, they had what's that word for teenagers? Oh my god, they had like when they're angst. That's the word.
It was more angsty.
They had angsty
when they debuted. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember I think they debuted with Gorilla. I don't really remember.
Oh yeah, they did.
But yeah, so that was their debut song. But for me personally, I love Like This. One of the things about Pentagon that I really, really enjoyed was that the leader Hui and the member that left, Edan, they actually produced and composed most of Pentagon songs, and so I particularly enjoy groups that compose and produce their own music. I prefer those. But yeah, Pentagon is a really great group. So that's the first group that I think that you should listen to. I don't know if you guys have anything to say about Pentagon.
I would say for me, I like definitely like Shine.
Shine is so good.
Because it was really good and catchy when it came out. I really enjoyed it. But they're a good group.
I don't remember what year Shine came out, but I feel like that was the year of that song. Like, that song was everywhere.
It was probably like 2018. Yeah. It was everywhere, and I feel kind of like it kind of sucks because like that's when like the group was whole, and then just shortly after that,
That was their last day. Their last comeback with Idan.
Yep.
That was their last comeback with Idan and Yanan. Actually,
Yanan hasn't come back.
no, Yanan is not in Naughty Boy. Yanan is not in Naughty Boy.
I thought did, but wasn't there something else Oh, Thumbs Up. Was that after, or is that just the?
Thumbs Up is after. No, Thumbs Up was with Naughty Boy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. It's sad because Idan was my bias, and then Yanan was my bias wrecker. So it's kind of like.
So what we get from this is that you should just stop picking biases.
I did. I tried to. I started. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll go to Kino, and then he got sick, and I was like, no, I don't have any biases in Pentagon anymore. He like didn't promote for Thumbs Up and for Naughty Boy, so I was like, no. Anyway, but yeah, Pentagon is a really great group. I really enjoy them, and I think that you guys will too if you like that kind of music. But definitely check them out if you're going to. I would introduce them with Shine. Shine really is a quality song. So start off with Shine by Pentagon, and if you continue to like them, then I would go into Naughty Boy and then Humph, and then you can listen to the rest of their discography. But definitely start off with Shine, even though it's not my favorite song, but it should be the song that you start off with. So what's the next group on our list?
The next one that we have is SF9. So SF9, they debuted in 2016. They're under FNC Entertainment. They are a 9-member group. So it's Youngbin, In-sung, Jaeyoon, Dawon, Suho, Rowan, Taeyang, Hyoyoung, and Chani. I feel like they're very, very underrated.
Extremely underrated.
Their music is so good, and just knowing that, I think 4 of them, if I'm remember correctly, I know Hyoyoung, Suho, Youngbin, and Taeyang, if I'm not mistaken, they write a lot of the lyrics. Like mostly all of the songs are written by them.
Yeah.
And they do take part in some of the production and some of the composing and all that stuff. So recently, after they, how many years is that? I don't know how to do math. It's 4?
2016.
Yes.
Well, they won technically at the end of 2019.
No, they won January.
Oh, they won in January?
Yeah.
So then, yeah, it would be 4 years.
So after 4 years, they finally had their first music show win, which was amazing. They deserve it. They deserve that, and so much more. But for SF9, I feel like the first song that I heard from SF9 was, I think it was O Sole Mio. But if you want to get into them, then it depends on what kind of music you enjoy. Because you can listen to Easy Love, which is a little bit more of a darker song, kind of. Or you can listen to Mamma Mia, which is a very like upbeat and happy poppy song.
Mamma Mia is really good.
It is. It's such a good song. But yeah, they have really and they have like full albums, and they have so many songs that are really, really good. And yeah, I think that's
I think definitely with them taking so long to win, and actually we're going to talk about another group that took them a really long time to win their first win. It shows how I don't want to say manipulated, but it shows how the music industry is in Korea, how isolated it is. Like, you have your groups that are always going to win, no matter what they put out, and then you have your other groups that have sometimes better music than what's out there, and they still won't win depending on what company they're from. And honestly, to me, that's one of the reasons why BTS is so successful, because they didn't come from one of those big companies and they hit it so big. So, but now it's kind of weird. It's an odd twist, because now BTS is the same as what those
The
companies
big
were
three
now.
were.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So it's kind of weird. But yeah, SF9 is definitely a group that you should check out if you haven't yet. My favorite SF9 song is Easy Love, but the thing about Easy Love is like it's just one of my favorite songs ever.
Yeah.
So it's so hard. It's one of my what I call no skip songs. Like if it comes up on that shuffle, it's never gonna get skipped. So yeah, SF9 is legit. So I really enjoy that group.
I don't really have a favorite for SF9. Sorry. But next up for a group that we want to, I wouldn't say introduce, but I feel like a fair amount of people as well know, is NCT. You got NCT. Which actually they debuted back in 2016 under SM Entertainment. NCT does stand for Neo Culture Technology, and of course they have a bunch of subunits, as well as currently, as it stands, the official number is 21 members. But let's face it, everybody and even like a baby in the womb is part of NCT, so I am not naming the people in that.
You mean like there's people out there, there's baby and wombs right now that
they
have
are
like
part
an
of
SM
NCT.
trademark and
Yes, I do. They are part of NCT.
like SM is out there just buying babies.
Yes.
So like you will be a part of NCT.
Yes. NCT will forever have a bunch of members, so I'm not naming them, but I think someone wants to take that challenge. Yeah.
I mean, it's not that hard, especially
If you know them, it's not.
Yeah, but it's like I always seem to like forget somebody.
That
It's
used to
just
happen to me
21
with,
of them.
That used to happen to me with. I guess this is an SM thing because that used to happen to me with Super Junior and with EXO.
Yeah, 'cause there's
I
so
would
many of them.
always miss a member of Super Junior. I would always miss a member of EXO. And the funny thing is that I would always remember the members that weren't there anymore. Like I'd be like Chris Wu, Luhan, and then I'd always forget like, I don't know, Schumann. Like it's like so weird.
But NCT. So okay, I'm trying to do this very very fast. Jaehyun, Jisung, Jaemin, Taeyong, Ten, Lucas, Mark, Jungwoo, Yuta, Jeno, Johnny. That's a new member of NCT. Yanni.
That's the member that hasn't debuted yet.
Yeah.
Yanni.
Johnny, Haechan, Doyoung, Ranjan, Chanle, Winwin, Tae, Kun, Yang, Chayeon, and Hendery.
Woo!
Yes.
That's a mouthful.
That was impressive. See, that's why I wasn't doing it.
Very impressive.
That's why I didn't do
I'm
it.
very, very
I'm
impressed.
very impressed. So impressed. So basically, they get split up into different subunits. So you got NCTU, NCT 127, NCT Dream, and Wavy. So for me, I think my favorite song that I have for them is Switch, which is like the full NCT along with.
It was
At the time.
yeah.
At the time, it was like the full NCT, and then that was before Dream. So they were.
Dream was there. It was before Dream debuted.
Yeah. They were.
Dream is in Switch.
They have the rookies, SM rookies. That's what
SM
I'm like. I'm
rookies,
trying to figure out the name. So it was basically a small number of NCTs and then SM rookies. So in my mind, everyone who's an SM rookie is NCT.
I mean, potentially.
Except who?
Oh, except Hansol.
Except
my
Hansol.
Oh my gosh,
Like, I'm
my
so
heart.
sorry, Hansol.
He's the forever rookie.
Yeah. So that's me from NCT. FJP, what you got? What's your other group that you have for us?
Well, I mean, for NCT, just to finish talking about NCT. NCT, I could have an entire podcast on NCT because I just think that they're genius. But the concept is genius because it really is. But Isuman is a genius. But
Everybody take a shot every time FJP says Lee Soo-won is a genius.
he is. He is.
By the time by
It's like it's not my fault. You'll be drunk.
Please don't do that. You will be so drunk. It won't. Don't do it.
I'm
For your
trying
safety,
not
don't.
to. I'm trying not to.
We will. No, don't do
I'm not
that.
even an SM stan, but I can appreciate how genius Isuman is.
I'm not denying that he's not a genius. Like I said, he's got babies in the womb with a little trademark that belong to SM. That's genius.
That's not true.
I know it's not true. Please, guys, it's not true. I'm exaggerating to an extent, please. So,
believe that?
Hey,
you never know.
You never know.
It's not true.
But for NCT, it's hard to pick a favorite song because they are split into subunits. So My NCT favorite song is like a really small subunit, so it's only 3 people. And technically, my second favorite NCT song is only 2 people. So like, so my favorite NCT song is Without You, and that's an NCTU song. I'm not sure what Baby Don't Stop is. Is Baby Don't Stop an NCTU song as well?
NCTU, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so Baby Don't Stop is my second favorite NCT song. So, Mochidori, what's your favorite NCT song?
It's NCT 127, which it says 127, but it's mostly just vocal line, Lone Longer. Mostly because I feel like Teo is so underrated as a vocalist, and he has one of the best vocals I've ever heard. And the way that he sings that song is everything. Haechan too and Doyoung, their voices are ridiculously amazing. But for me, Teo made that song, so it's such a, and I'm a sucker for ballads. Everybody knows this.
Yes.
And it's just a beautiful song.
It's so weird because Teo is underrated.
He is extremely underrated, and I need y'all to stop sleeping on him, because
It's so funny though, because not funny, but it's so hard because it has 21 members.
All right, but
but I feel the same way about Doyoung. I feel like Doyoung is extremely underrated, which is really unfair.
I don't really.
It's unfair for me to feel like Doyoung is underrated because he gets more lines, and he
he's
does so many.
Not as underrated. I feel like he has a lot more fans. Like, he's one of the top ones, right up there with like Johnny and like Mark.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I feel the complete opposite. But maybe that's because I stand Doyoung. So
Yeah, could be.
I can't even pick a bias in NCT. I have like 5 biases in NCT.
And then I feel like I have one for like each subunit, but then I have like my ultimate one, which is Yuta, just because he's beautiful and perfect and
Gosh,
a sweetheart.
he's so sweet.
He is just the sweetest human being ever. But yeah, I think there's one different for like every subunit.
I literally have an NCT bias for every day of the week.
I mean, you have a whole month, so
We have the entire month of February.
you're good.
Oh, okay.
Eventually, it's just 6 months. It's like a different bias for 6 months. You'll be fine.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's funny. All right, so the next group that we want to talk about is, oh gosh, okay. I have all the groups to talk. Okay, the next group we want to talk about is Stray Kids.
Woo!
Ooh, Stray Kids. Woo! Anyway, Stray Kids is they're under JYP Entertainment. They are JYP. Are they 9 members? Hold on. How many members are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, formerly 9 members. They're 8-member group now. They consist of Banchan, Ino, Chanbin, Hyunjin, Han, Felix, Sunmin, Ayan, and formerly Woojin. Woojin unfortunately left the group, it's really a big gap because his vocals really were the best vocals in the group. My opinion. They were the best vocals in the group. Yeah. But so it's unfortunate that he's not in the group anymore. But they're still an amazing group even without him. They debuted. When did they debut? I want to say in 2017.
Yes, I believe so.
I feel like they did debut in 2017.
Yeah, because it was definitely not 2018.
I want to say they did debut in 2017 because they were supposed to debut the same year that Treasure debuted, and Treasure was supposed to debut in 2017.
Yeah.
So they were like the parallel of Treasure, like Icon and GOT7 were the parallels. So yeah, I love how everything is always timed according to, not timed, but all of my, what's it called?
your dates.
All of my points of reference always go back to something that happened in YG. But anyway, but yeah, they're an amazing group. One of my favorite things about Stray Kids is that they produce all of their shit. Like almost everything they put out there, one of the members has touched, if not all of them. And then I always forget how to pronounce this. I'm not sure if it's Samracha or Three Racha or Three Racha. Like Three Racha is absolutely everything. Three Racha is kind of like a subunit, but not really. It was a pre-debut subunit that consists of Banchan, Chanbin, and Han, and they're just so great at what they do. But I'm super excited because we're gonna see them this weekend and or next weekend. Well, technically the weekend, the following weekend. We're gonna go see them in Miami on the 7th, and I'm super excited to see them. But my favorite Stray Kids song is "I Am You." But it's so hard to pick a favorite for me right now because I really love all of their mixtape songs. Cook, I think it's called the name of the song, is another song that I really love. I absolutely freaking love Live on Tear. That entire album is insanely good. But yeah, what do you guys like about Stray Kids?
It's kind of the same thing. I don't think I have a favorite Stray Kids song. I love Elevator. Just the whole song is amazing.
That was a great debut.
It was. And I don't know. I mean, they're a really well-rounded group, I think.
I agree.
So I'm just kind of excited to see where they go, and let's all be completely real. GOT7 doesn't have too much, even though they are my ultimate group. But I just don't see many more years of them being GOT7.
Yeah.
So I feel like JYP would be in very good hands with Stray Kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, Elevator. You should listen to that one. It's really good.
Yeah. I would say for me, I don't have a favorite. I remember when Elevator came out, that my YouTube would just randomly play, and I was like, oh, it's a good song. I like it. And then
it's like, for some reason, YouTube is obsessed with Stray Kids. Let me
Tell
just say
me
that.
about it.
Because every single time, it doesn't matter what I'm listening to, the next song is Stray Kids.
Always.
Literally, I don't know I think they paid YouTube or something.
I think that's just an issue with the YouTube, with you guys.
So true.
It's
100% true. I cannot disagree with Mochidori.
Yeah, that doesn't happen for me. I get other groups, not Stray Kids. I used to get Elevator a lot, and then I don't know what happened that the mix it was gone.
I always get Stray Kids in 17.
It's like it wants to shove Mito down my throat.
Yes.
Literally every day it just plays it. I'm like, really? Why?
Why not?
I mean, you're right. It's a great song.
It's an amazing song.
You listen to Mito and you don't skip it, but every day, my YouTube is like, you want to listen to Mito.
And you're like,
okay.
Does it at the same time? Will it do it at the same time throughout the day? Because if it does, that'd be more hilarious if it timed it that well for you.
It doesn't know, but it doesn't matter. I could literally drown my history with ATEEZ, BTS, SF9, something, and I'm like, listen, I'm not listening to Stray Kids, so there's no reason for you to put Stray Kids in there. But it still puts it in there.
I wonder if anybody else has that problem. If you guys have that problem, please comment us and let us know if you have that problem.
Because I feel like I'm going crazy.
It's funny. The thing is that it's happened to me too, so I can't say that you're going crazy.
That's kind of weird that it's just you two. For me, it's usually BTS that pops back up in my playlist. I will listen to other things, and BTS is the one that comes back up.
BTS hardly ever pops up on my playlist.
No.
BTS, the one that always pops up is Idol, which is funny because it's not I don't really listen to it that much. It's not one of my favorite songs at all. I mean, it's a good song. It's it's BTS. They make good songs, but for some reason my YouTube is like, yes, you want to listen to Idol, so it'll go from Idol to Mito to some weird song that I've never heard, and then it goes to Elevator. Okay, I guess.
Mine is Boy With Love.
Yeah.
Before it was Idol, but then when Boy With Love came out, that's the only BTS song that plays, and now it's Black Swan.
No, mine is War of Hormones is the one that pops up for me right now.
That happened. War of Hormones used to always pop up for me before Idol came out. Before Idol came out, it was before DNA came out. It was always War of Hormone. It was War of Hormone, and then DNA came out, and then it was all DNA, and then Idol came out, and it was all Idol, and then now it's all Boy With Love, and it's just
and then I don't listen to Idol on my YouTube as much.
Yeah.
I would expect my YouTube to be here's Spring Day, because it's my favorite one.
Yeah.
And I listen to it all the time, but
it's so weird because I listen to all of my favorite BTS songs are all B-side songs. So none of them have music videos except for maybe Save Me. So it's I'm screwed.
gonna-
I'm gonna get idol.
She's gonna
and-
listen to Mito for the rest of her life.
Well, I'm okay with that.
So speaking with the whole BTS coming in, you know how like you get the intro, so you know it's like, oh, it's Big Hit Entertainment.
Yes.
So lately, what's been happening also too, TXT has come up.
Oh my gosh, it's so weird too. It's so weird.
It's so weird to hear that intro and then it not be a BTS song and it shows up to be TXT.
I'm so scared for when a girl group debuts under Big Hit and it's like a girl group, because I don't listen to girl groups as often. I listen to girl groups, just not as I'm very particular with my girl. I'll listen to a song. I won't listen to a whole like discography of a girl group unless they're like under YG or Twice, you know.
Yeah.
So, or if they're a solo artist like Sunmi, I listen to her. But
Queen.
Yes. But but it would be so weird when a girl group debuts and it's like all of a sudden that like Big Hit and then it's a girl group.
Won't G-Friend technically have that?
G-Friend is not under. It's not.
Isn't it? Isn't that the group that?
I don't know, because they just put out their pictures for their company and G-Friend was not in there.
Oh right.
G-Friend was not in there. It was TXT, it was BTS, and it was the other. I don't remember his name, Hyun something.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I wonder if they're just gonna do it's like a how like YG has like YG,
The Black Label?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be like that.
It could be like that.
Oh, could be.
Don't SM and JYP have that too?
I think so. They have,
I know
think they have
SM has it.
They have it for like actors, and I think if I'm not mistaken, like doesn't SM have one for like
SM has it for Super Junior.
That's it. SM only has the SJ label, which is for Super Junior.
Well, maybe not, because they have SM Station.
SM Station, but it's still, when they take their family photo, it's everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, that photo is huge. All their actors are in it. The actresses, everybody's in that photo. They don't separate.
I was really surprised not to see G-Friend in there in the Big Hits family.
I wonder
photo.
why they're not there though.
I don't think that they're like that. I think that they're not under Big Hit.
Well, you know what? Maybe like it's gonna be like
though?
17, like how 17's in Pledis, and technically Pledis is part of Big Hit, and they're still separate. They're not gonna be.
But that's different. But G-Friend is not. Maybe it's because G-Friend hasn't debuted under Big Hit yet. Maybe they won't add them until they, because they're in Weverse.
That's smart.
Yeah.
You're smart.
G-Friend is in Weverse.
Yeah.
So they're
They
gonna.
haven't
Maybe
officially
they're
come out.
waiting for G-Friend to debut under Big Hit. Because technically they haven't debuted under Big Hit. So I'm excited for that, for them, because they were kind of obscure and apparently they have a really big following. So like I'm excited. As far as I know, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I think I feel like G-Friend was part of the same company that B1A4 was, or is, and if they are, I really can you imagine if like
B1A4 is like under Big
takes
Hit.
Big One. Oh my god, I would lose it. I would lose it. A Sandul like freaking, I don't know, a Sandul Sugar like collaboration. I'd lose my shit.
That's
I would
funny.
I would be freaking obnoxious. Nobody would care about me.
You actually might be. Yeah.
Literally, that will be like take a shot every time she talks about it.
Yes.
Absolutely, that would be
would
my
not be
entire
safe.
life, over and over again. Anyway, so we were so speaking of Big Hit,
Yeah. So also TXT. So tomorrow X tomorrow.
is it tomorrow X tomorrow or tomorrow times tomorrow?
Tomorrow
Is it-
tomorrow by together?
I'm sorry. Together. I'm sorry.
Oh.
What did I say?
Tomorrow by together.
You said tomorrow times tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's like no, it's tomorrow by together.
Whoops. So tomorrow times- Is it by together? What is it by? Okay, tomorrow by together. That's a 5-member group, which debuted back in, I put 2019, so it's only been like a year. No?
Didn't they debut in 2018?
I thought they debuted in 2018. No.
What?
The
They
internet,
debuted on March 4th, 2019. They haven't even
internet
hit the year.
says 2019. They
They
have
haven't
not
even hit
a
the year. They
Wow.
they barely just did their 100 days.
Yeah, and with that, wow, and they even came over to the States too.
Yeah.
I can't just realize that.
Big Hit privileges.
Wow, she just throwing that shade out there like that.
Listen, I don't know about y'all, but I highly feel like the reason why BTS is coming to Orlando is because TXT
Yes,
came to
thank you,
Orlando,
TXT.
and they did such a good job.
And they sold
selling
out.
But they were like, we coming to Orlando, and so for that, thank you so very much.
Yes, and we'll be
Anyway.
forever grateful to TXT for that.
For me, for TXT,
Well, if we get to go.
we are gonna go. Why would you put that out in the world like we won't? We're gonna go.
Okay.
Okay. So in TXT, we have the following members.
Yeonjun, Subin, Bomgyu, Taehyun, and Hwanin Kai.
Awesome. I don't know if anyone has noticed. I'm not saying the names. I'm horrible at names. I'm going to say that right now. I will not pronounce them. So my teammates here are saying it. And for me, I like TXT. I like their music. I started getting some of their stuff. Like one of my favorite songs for them is Our Summer.
That's a good song.
It is. There's, for the who's, I would say, I'm going to say this because I know this, we had a debate about this the other day, about their fan color. We had a debate about this.
We can talk about this for an hour.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about it for a full hour. I'm still kind of, waiting. I'm hoping it's just a different, it looks like a different color. So for those who don't know, basically, you know that I'm a Shawl. Shawl's color is Pearl Aqua. And TXT's colors look very similar, but it was just only an image that was on like a video. So it wasn't like an actual, like what I would say a live viewing of it or live showing of the color. So it's still up for my debate as well as a Shawl. Most other Shawls in the internet have gone nuts because the color is very similar. As long as they don't name it anything similar to Pearl Aqua, which they should not only even, because like if they can come up with a different name, but just don't put Pearl, don't put Aqua, just different name completely, I probably accept it. I know there's some people that are like, oh, it's fine, I accept it, they're okay with it, that's cool. For me, I'm still up in the air to judge it.
You definitely are upset about this because for you to talk about this now, I'm in shock.
Yeah.
I don't even
The Shawl in me still hurts. I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't know. When I saw it, it didn't even look like the same color to me, but it looks different. But
because from what I think, like their first album, the colors were like blue and yellow. So honestly, it might be just more blue than aqua. But I mean, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm still waiting for it, like, I guess for it to finally come out and like there's pictures taking of it, because then it'll be a different. You can see the color differently than what the video. Because the video, it's like on the ground, so you don't really see the color that well. It looks more green because it's sitting with grass. So it's like, but it's just that.
I just realized we've never said we're talking about the light stick.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That was never mentioned. So just in case you're all confused,
it's not their color; it's the light stick's color.
It's the light stick's color, yeah. But it's supposed to represent their fan color.
We actually didn't talk about this either, and there was something that I wanted to bring up. Obviously, you know that each group has a color, and each group has a fandom name. So for the groups that we've named so far, NCT have N Citizens, Pentagon's fandom name is Universe, SF9's name is it Fantasia?
fantasy.
TXT's, what is TX?
Oh my god. Ahora is Astro. Is Moa, Moa.
Yeah.
Motivation.
Yeah, they had a thing about, didn't they, like, wasn't it changed?
Well, because
wasn't it like Angel or something?
No, it was something very similar. I think it's Tiffany.
Yeah, to Tiffany Young's.
Was to Tiffany Young's fandom name, and everybody went crazy, so they stopped it, and then they came up with
TXT just messing up
Moa.
left and right. That's so sad. That's not their fault.
It's not, literally. It's like if they, I'm sure
Please
they
don't hate
could
on
pick.
TXT. They're actually pretty legit. And when they came to Orlando, they really impressed me. Like,
really
for
good.
them to be a debut group and they had not been out for that long. If they debuted in March, we saw them in May.
Was it?
We saw them in May.
Stop.
So they had not been out for very long at all. And
Big privileges.
that they did so well.
But the thing is that's the thing. They're so good.
They really are.
Like they're so good. Like it
they
didn't
live up
seem
to
like
their
they
reputation.
Yes, very much so. It didn't seem like they were rookies. It
Yeah.
just seemed like they've been out for like a couple years.
For their new album, honestly, I listened to the whole album through. I don't say it's a bad album. It's a good album. I just didn't like all of the songs like I usually do. But Runaway is so freaking good. Like it makes up for the entire album. It's just so good. It's so good. But my favorite TXT song is Snap of a Star. I absolutely love that song.
I'm between New Rules and Runaway. Like those are but I don't know.
Runaway's so good. It's just so good.
Yeah.
I love the concept. I love the just everything about the detail, every single thing about that song. The video is just the comeback, awesome. So the next group that we want to talk about is a group that I used to really, really love. I don't want to say I don't love them anymore. I do still love them, but my favorite member left the group.
Again, just she should not pick a favorite member.
I can't have biases anymore. And then when I actually, to save you guys, okay, to make sure that your favorite people in your group stayed, because I have a curse with my biases. I was like, I renounced all my biases.
That's a lie.
And Mochidori and Sulipop just did not let me do that. And I had to keep my biases. But anyway.
That's a big lie, and that's not even possible. She'll be like, I don't have a bias. I'm like, and what about this one? Oh, but I love him. He's my baby. Exactly.
I said I renounced my biases, and you guys didn't let me. So I didn't have a choice.
I
had to.
It's not
like you had a choice to renounce it. You don't choose that. They choose you.
That's true.
And it's like you're like, I'm gonna renounce it. It's like, okay, sure. And then like
2 seconds later.
no, it's like 5 minutes into the conversation. I mean my bias is this, and I'm like, oh, I gotcha.
That's very true.
That's true. Because they'll be like, I thought you didn't have a bias. I thought you didn't have a bias. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, good times.
Oh.
Anyway, so the boys. Let's talk about the boys. Let's talk about the boys. So the boys is an 11-member group. They are under Creaker Entertainment. They consist of.
I thought it was Cracker.
I call it Creaker. It could be Creaker. It could be Cracker Entertainment.
Cracker Entertainment.
They consist of Sanyeon, Jacob, Younghoon, Hyunjae, Juyeon, Kevin, Nu, Q, Juhaknyeon, Sungwoo, Eric, and previously Hwal, who was my bias. And they debuted on December 6th of 2017. They're gonna have a comeback soon. Actually, their last comeback I wasn't too crazy about, but they are such a. When I think about all of the groups that we're talking about right now, with the exception of NCT and one other group that we're going to mention soon, they just have so much personality. So if you have the opportunity to check them out, definitely just watch them. Like I didn't even fall in love with their music as much as I just fell in love with them as people. One of the he's not the leader, but one of the driving forces of that group, which is Kevin, I think his last name is Wu. He's so funny. He's just so, and
hilarious.
he's just human.
Yeah.
Like he's so relatable and down to earth, and it's just a pleasure to watch them. That's really all it is. It's just a pleasure to watch them. My favorite song from the boys is called Forever. In my opinion, their best song is No Air. Most people have listened to the group with No Air, but yeah.
Yeah, I would say if you're gonna like look into the boys, definitely listen to No Air first, just because that's the one that it really brought them up, and it really like gave them attention.
It's a good song.
Because it's a really, really good song.
That's a no skip song.
Yep.
Always. Always. You know, I mean, I don't know who's out there saying, I just want to talk to you, girl, since Hwal is gone, but you know, it's not my problem.
Okay, so for me,
it hurts, okay? I really love Hwal. You know how I feel about Hwal.
Take a shot every time Fran says she loves Hwal.
She's only said it once. They won't get that drunk
in the last hour.
For me, my favorite song for them would be I think it's called, is it just Bloom, or is it Bloom Bloom?
Bloom Bloom.
Bloom Bloom. Mostly because of the dance video when they do that one part, they actually jump up, and I think it's really cute.
I love that part.
It's adorable to just see them jump from the back.
They're really good dancers.
They are.
I mean, all of them are. All groups
True.
have great dances.
Yes.
But they're pretty good.
I like, and then of course, yes, no air is no skips at all.
I mean, for them, I feel like it's not a K-pop song, but it's a J-pop song. Tattoo is really good. If you want to listen to it because it's really nice.
I feel like they had a Korean debut for Tattoo.
Did they? I don't think so.
I thought that's the one that you didn't like.
She doesn't.
I
like
don't
it.
like Tattoo, but I thought
But
that
it's
was a
a-
Korean one.
No, it's a Japanese one.
Then that makes sense why I didn't like it.
Oh.
I mean, I like Japanese songs too, but usually, if I don't super stand the group and like all of their songs, I'm not gonna like their Japanese songs. Like, I don't like Monsta X's Japanese songs.
They have a really good one. I forgot what it's called, but they have a really good song. Maybe you might like it, or maybe not. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah. All right, Mochidori,
yeah.
what you got next?
But the next one we have is Astro.
Ooh.
They are adorable. So for Astro, they debuted in 2016, February 23rd, 2016. They're a 6-member group. So we had Jinjin, MJ, Wonwo, whatever. His name is.
Are you talking about Chaeun-woo?
His name has too many vowels for me. Chaeun-woo, yeah. Moonbin, Rocky, and Sana. So one thing that
I always forget Sana.
that's my baby.
I know. I'm so sorry. I
Oh my
always forget him. I
God.
don't know why.
How could you? But I don't remember if I mentioned it before. Like for ATEEZ, their fandom name is ATEENY, which is super cute. And then for Astro, their fandom name is Aroha. It's again too many weird pronunciations. I don't know.
Is it Aroha with an R?
Yeah.
That's funny because in Korean wouldn't they pronounce it Aloha?
No, well they have
Aroha?
a version of an
Aroha.
R. Yeah. So Aroha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just depends on how you pronounce it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
Aroha.
a soft L and
Like
a
that
hard L.
R/D sound.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So for them, they debuted in 2016. They had their first music show win in January of 2019 with All Night, which is crazy because I would have thought that like some of their older songs would have won too. Because Crazy Sexy Cool is like my favorite Astro song ever, and it's super cute. But they run with All Night, which makes sense because that song is really good.
It's even though it's not my favorite song, it's their best song.
Yes, that is very true, and that's one song that got a lot of people into Astro, which is awesome. But
I loved their debut. Like I remember when they debuted, and we watched it. We were.
Yeah, I remember when
I
they
was
came
like,
out.
"Who's this?" And we just put the. It was two videos, hide and seek, and I don't remember the other one. And I was just like, "Oh my god, I love them!"
Yes.
because they're so adorable. I just could look at Jinjin's face all day.
Yeah, they were really cute and adorable when they came out. I remember that like cutesy concept. I was like, "Aw,
That I like that though.
you
that,
do,
that I gravitate toward that cutesy
you
concept.
do." I tend to gravitate to the darker ones.
I know,
Mm.
like Vix.
Yep.
That's why I like Great You so much for Vix.
Mine is Hide
and Voodoo.
and Voodoo.
Voodoo
Yeah,
Doll.
Voodoo's my favorite.
That's so funny. Oh damn, Vix is a good group. We should have talked about Vix.
On the next one. So for me, I don't have a favorite then for Astro though. I'm not. I think I remembered them for like the first their debut, and then that was it. I didn't really follow it.
I think
It
you
was
like.
too cutesy for me.
I think you do like All Night because I play All Night.
Probably then I do. I just don't know the name.
Yeah, because I actually really, really, really love that
Maybe.
song.
There's a lot of songs that I like. I just don't know the names of them anymore.
And also to going back to what Mochidori was talking about, when I mentioned SF9's win, and I said that there was another group we were going to talk about that it took them a really long time to win.
Yeah.
I was talking about
Astro.
Astro. That's inconceivable. Like I cannot believe it took them so long to win.
yeah, I mean, and it goes back to the same thing. You know, the same groups would win over and over again. And
It's
not,
really about timing.
It is, and it's not to say that some are more or less talented than others. It's just the fan base,
Or that they don't, or that they don't deserve it as much
Right,
as others.
right, yeah.
You know, just because one group wins over and over again doesn't mean that that group doesn't deserve it. Absolutely not. it really just has to do with timing. It's just unfortunate because there are other groups that deserve it just as much,
Right.
and they don't win because
Yeah.
their fan base is smaller, or their company can't put enough money into, you know, promotions, or their company just don't promote them.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate, but you know, I'm glad that Astro actually did win because they work really hard, and it was just so weird to me because Chang was so popular.
He's popular as an actor.
Yeah.
That's so. There's this saying that, you know, your bias is your bias, but Chang Wu is Chang Wu. So it's just like,
that's true.
you know, it's just like I mean, I feel like he has like a different, not a different fan base, but like he has fans just for his acting.
That's true. That makes sense.
Yeah, and then they have like, you know, the fans for SF9 or wow, Astro.
I think that's the same with SF9 though, because of Rowan.
Rowan, yeah, Rowan.
He has his acting fan base. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the same thing with SF9. But I don't know, if you're gonna listen to Astro, I would say All Night for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Listen to that one first. If you like a little bit more cutesy or whatever, you listen to Crazy Sexy Cool.
And their debut stuff, Hide and Seek.
Yeah. And what's the next one?
So the next one is 17.
17.
So 17 is a 13-member group that debuted back in May of 2015. And they consist of
S-Coup, Swangwoo, Mingyu, Vernon, Wooji, Jonghan, Joshua, DK, Sungkwan, Hoshi, Jun, the 8.
wow.
And Dino.
Thank you. You see the bias there? You see that? That's messed up.
Hey, it was so hard for me
That's
not to
messed
say. Well, it's not messed up. It was
That's
so hard
messed up.
for me not to say my baby the 8.
She's just like the 8. What is that? What is that?
You want say your person.
S-Coups.
There you go.
My favorite part of, I think it's Manse. Is it Manse when they say S-Coups and Vernon in the beginning? S-Coups, Vernon.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part of that song.
So this is a really cool group. They have, I love the fact that they have the three subunits. The units,
yeah.
like, so they got the performance unit, the hip hop unit, and the vocal line, which is actually really cool how they separate it, so they can do everything together or separate. Since everyone said their favorite, my favorite is Dino, but I also do look at Vernon. I won't lie on there, but Dino
He's
is
so pretty to look at.
He is so pretty and so precious, and Dino, Dino's just adorable. Anyway, so my favorite song is "Don't Wanna Cry," which I really love because of the just the dance, everything, the song, the music video. It's just so good.
All K-pop groups, including girl groups and even solo artists, have very it's a big deal to have great dance moves in your groups or whatever. But 17 is known for their precision and in their dancing, and they are so well, like they do so well at it, like they excel at their dancing.
I remember I found this video and I cannot find it for the life of me anymore, but it was for Don't Wanna Cry, and it was an aerial shot of them doing the dance, and it was so cool to see it from like above.
Was it an aerial shot or was it a nosebleed seat?
No, it was an aerial. It was like an actual music video they did for something, because it wasn't like a regular music video. It was like was
it just a different version of the video?
It was a different version of the video, but I remember there being like something else to it, like if it was something special.
Oh, okay.
And it was more aerial than up front.
That's
so
cool.
It was really cool, especially when they did like the part where they walk.
They intercross. Yeah.
Oh, that was cool to see up from above. Yeah, that was really nice. I have to try to find it. I know I've seen it.
I don't remember what it's called. There's a name for it when they go on Weekly Idol. There's a name for what they do, but it's like when the dance is like 2 times fast.
Oh, dance play? No, dance play.
I'm not sure.
That's what it is?
Yeah, it's 2 times.
So
times
that's all it's called?
Yeah, because there's something else that's called like random dance play.
Yeah, the dance play is different.
Yeah, but yeah, just 2 times fast.
Every time they do it, like they are one of the few groups. They're the only groups that I've seen. I'm not gonna say that they're the only group because I haven't seen all of the groups, but they're the only group that I've seen that doesn't mess up. Like there's always one person that messes up on something, or they never mess up. Like they're so freaking good at what they do. And they're just they're kind of a force. They're extremely underrated.
They are. Well, I feel like compared to maybe all the other groups that we've talked about, they're definitely up there apart from like NCT or TXT. But I feel like people don't give them enough attention, don't give them enough credit.
Yeah.
And also the fandom is so sweet.
Yeah.
I've literally never seen any like bad things coming from Carrots.
Me neither. You don't see Carrots in fandom wars.
Not at all. They're just the sweetest people ever.
You know what's unfortunate though is that might be one of the reasons why, because like when I think about if I look back at 2015 and I think about, you know, who's gonna be the next big thing, and I'm talking about like in 2015 that was like the height of Big Bang, and that was the height of you know those groups and SHINee and EXO, especially EXO. You know, they were that was when they were hitting it big, and K-pop had already crossed over to you know, to our side of or Western audiences and overseas and everything like that. When I think about, okay, who's going to be the next big thing, I'm not thinking about BTS. Like I would never in a million years be like, oh yeah, BTS is going to rule the world one day. That's not going to happen. But especially in Korea, I was looking at 17. I was just like, oh, 17 is going to be the next big thing. Like, oh, 17 definitely, they got this, you know. They have talent, they have visuals, they have the vocals, the way that they separate their units, the way that they're managed, the chemistry between them, especially being such a big group, you can tell that even though they get on each other's nerves and stuff like that, they're
family.
They're family, yeah. They've been together so long, and most groups have been together so long, and that's one of the things that makes BTS so unique or makes them so successful is how they are with each other. But 17 has that chemistry too, so it's so weird to me that they're not so much bigger. And then when you think about the music, because I could understand that if their music is not there, but their music is there. Their music is there. I listen to 17 way more than I listen to other K-pop artists because of how well made their music is. So it's just weird that they're not as big.
Yeah, 17 is one of those groups that you don't skip songs.
Not at all.
And it's very rare for me it is really weird for me to say that, because GOT7 is my ultimate, but there's GOT7 songs that I skip and I don't listen to really. Like I've listened to them maybe a few times.
Yeah.
And I like, yeah, they're okay. But I'll like skip through them. But 17, it's something about them that they do not make a bad song.
They don't. And the fact that they compose a lot of their songs, they produce a lot of their music too, especially Wooji and the hip hop unit and stuff. It just blows my mind that they're not bigger. Yeah. I would never think that they wouldn't have had everything, like had the same success, not the same, but almost the same success as BTS.
Yeah. I feel like just BTS took over so quickly that there was just no space, no room for anything else. I mean
that should be its own podcast in of itself. Yeah. Just like
the rise of
BTS,
Bangtan.
The rise of Bangtan. Yeah, we should. That's gonna be a separate podcast. Yeah. But anyway, do we have any other groups?
No.
Oh, we do. ATs. We have one group left.
Oh my god! Didn't we mention ATs already?
Nope. We have not talked about ATs at all.
I mentioned the fandom name. Oh my god, fake 18. I'm so sorry. Those are my babies. Okay, so the members. So it's an 8-member group. The members are Honjung, Songhwa, Yuno, Yo Sang-sang, Mingi, Wooyoung, and Youngho. They debuted. That's not a word. They
the butts. They debutted.
They debuted in October of 2018 with their song Treasure. Wait, was it Treasure or was it the other one?
I thought it was Pirate King.
Pirate King. They debuted with both of them because
They had a lot of pre-debut content.
They did. They were formerly known as the KQ Fellas, because they were from KQ Entertainment.
I remember when they were in Mix 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
But I think they were actually supposed to be a 10-member group. And they did like this whole AT's, oh my god, what was it called? AT's Code or something like that. It was like this show where they went to LA, and they were like training over there, and they were dancing and stuff like that. And you can kind of see like that one member like in the corner because they like cut him out of everything.
Wow, I can't believe they cut him out.
Yeah. I mean, you can kind of see him, but he's not like a main focus on anything.
That's crazy.
I don't think they ever gave us a reason as to why he didn't debut with them. But yeah, I mean, ATEEZ is one of those groups that I feel like, and it's kind of sucks to say it, but once BTS is in the army, they're just gonna soar.
I hope they do.
Like, just like I said, like 17, they don't have a no skip song. The same thing with ATEEZ. ATEEZ does not have a bad song, like at all. And it's not. I mean, I could be a little biased, of course. But I don't know. It's just considering, and I always look at it this way, considering that I'm in Agase first, and there's got 7 songs that I skip. I'm in ATEEZ second, and there's not any AT song that I skip. Yeah, they're so good and so talented.
Well, I mean, I'm not an ATEEZ, and I love ATEEZ's music, but you know how much I love ATEEZ music, because if it's one thing about me is I don't buy albums just to buy albums.
I do.
That's not a shot at you, Dory. I don't buy albums just to buy albums. I'm very particular about what I buy. So okay. I buy only like Big Bang. I'll buy only, like solo artist stuff in Big Bang, and it's particular about what I buy. And I bought some of BTS's stuff to support because they were in Target. But I have all of ATEEZ's albums, and that's the only group that's not in Big Bang that I have every single one of their albums, because it's just their music is, that's not YG. Their music is so well made. It's so well made. I actually was kind of heartbroken because I thought that, because I've seen like I said, I remember when they were in Mix 9, it was Hongjung, it was Mingi. I think it was is it what's his name? Yosang. I think Yosang was in it. I think, or
it wasn't Wooyoung. Well, Wooyoung was a former Big Hit trainee.
That doesn't mean that he wasn't in there.
I don't think he was in Mix 9.
I'm not I don't remember. I mean, there was 4 of them. Yeah. I don't remember which. I definitely know that Mingi and Hongjung were in it, and I remember Hongjung putting songs together and being so excited about composing and stuff like that. So I thought that he produced the music, and finding out that he didn't broke my heart.
Well, he's part of it.
Well, they write lyrics for it.
Him, yeah, and Mingi. They're part of it. They're part of the production. They're part of the lyrics.
There's another member that writes lyrics.
I don't think so.
But it's either way, the person that produces their music, his name was Eden. Oh my god, genius.
Yeah. Well, not only him. He's the main one. There's others.
He's the main credit.
Yeah, there are other ones in there, but Eden is a genius.
Musical genius. Yeah. Musical. They're so lucky to have him. Like, I really hope that it's KQ, right? You said
KQ Entertainment. Yeah.
I really hope that KQ doesn't let go lose him or let go of him, because their music is so good, and it has to do with the production of the music. So yeah, I hope that they don't lose him. But oh my gosh, ATEEZ is just a great group.
They are all around. The thing is that and sometimes you have some groups that are like really, really, really funny, but their music is kind of okay.
Like the boys.
Right. And then you have groups that their music is the most amazing thing ever, but then they're not really funny. Yeah. Or they don't have that personality. Chemistry.
Yeah.
But ATEEZ has it all, in my opinion. I think they're just very, very well rounded.
I agree.
The dance, the vocals, Youngho, he is everything. I mean,
Yeah.
His vocals are insane. The dancing is amazing.
And
Okay, Jesus. But Youngho is the main vocal.
he is. His voice is amazing.
And his voice range is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you're listening to this, and if you are a K-pop stan, in the sense like you follow a lot of content on Twitter or things like that, if you have seen a video of a boy singing while breaking apples, that is Youngho. Just so you know, because the dude went viral because of it. I think even before they debuted, he went viral because of that. But yeah, they have it all. They're funny. Their chemistry with each other is amazing. Their dancing is great. Their music is just top tier for me. But yeah, listen to ATEEZ. They're great. If you're gonna, I feel like the first song, maybe you should. I mean,
Illusion.
You think so?
For me, yeah.
I would say it depends on what kind of music you like. Because if you like music that's a little darker, Hala Hala.
Oh, Hala Hala. Oh my god.
Yeah, and
Hala.
if you like dancing, if you like seeing dances, Hala Hala would probably be like the one you should check out first.
I agree.
But if you like something a little bit more upbeat, more poppy, Wave. Definitely Wave.
For me, Illusion. We're gonna have to agree to disagree. I think Wave is a great song. The placement, the arrangement in Illusion for me is better than in Wave. I think Wave is a great. I love Wave. Again, there's not a single ATEEZ song that I do not like. I love every single ATEEZ song. They're all good. Aurora is my favorite song, but Illusion is what really. I had already heard ATEEZ when they had debuted. And I remember vaguely when they debuted that I was just like, oh, those were the guys that were in Mixine. And I really like Mingi. Because I like his voice. He reminds me a lot of Top. But so I was just like, but I wasn't crazy about Pirate King. And I was just like, oh, okay, Pirate King's good. It's good, but it's not my thing. And then they had their comebacks or whatever, and they kept going, and I totally slept on Hala Hala. I didn't even see Hala Hala.
Shame on you.
I didn't see it.
Shame on you.
But then they came back with the Wave album, the album that Wave is on, and I was just like, okay, Wave is cool. And then I heard Illusion, and Illusion is absolutely everything to me.
Yeah. I feel like it was really funny because when they were doing that comeback, they had like this voting thing where the fans could pick like their title song, and it was between Wave and Illusion. When they would give us a little teaser, so I voted for Illusion just because for the teaser it was like yes, but it was very funny seeing that Wave was more for Korean fans.
Popular.
Yeah, it was more popular for Korean fans, and then Illusion was more popular for US fans or for fans outside of Korea.
That is interesting. That says a lot, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you know what? Why are we talking? Check both of them out.
Honestly, I mean, just check everything.
Absolutely.
They're all mini albums, so it's not like you have 54 songs to listen to like SF9 does.
Yeah. Poor SF9.
They're just out
Stand
there.
SF9 people, please.
But yeah, there's not that many songs, and I personally can guarantee that you'll enjoy them.
I agree. They're very well made.
They are.
Do we have anybody else?
I don't know. I think those are the ones that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I think that's everybody that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
So, you know what, guys? Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. We really appreciate all of your support and your love. And if you have the opportunity, please go and listen to these amazing groups that are just so great at what they do and really deserve all of our love and support. And if you are not able to listen to all of those groups, then just listen to at least one or two of our suggestions. Believe me, we thought this through. We really K-pop is our life. So I don't want to say it's unfortunate, but it's our life, and we put a lot of thought and energy into what we listen to, and these are songs that we listen to every single day and we've thought about. So please go out there and listen to it. Please check us out on Twitter and Instagram. Our names are at Kpop Chronicles with a K for both of them. And like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Leave some comments on our Twitter or on our Instagram once you see the posts with any suggestions that you might have or topics that you would like us to cover. We're always open to the feedback. So thank you guys again. Enjoy. We hope you enjoy this podcast. We hope you enjoy your day, and above all, go out there and enjoy some music.